Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Stanley Parable. A lot of you requested some levels down below. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do some of them today. I don't know if they'll be the ones that you specifically requested, but eventually we will come to the one that you selected. Go ahead and begin. And I was just looking on the Steam's like achievement page. Oh.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay, that wasn't what I was planning to do, but I was about to say that there is an achievement you can get for clicking on this door several amount of times, so we'll go ahead and do that today to begin with. But I think we've broken it because we're supposed to have like done that before doing that. So we'll go through here. Unless it's the wrong door I'm clicking on. No. What's this? Awaiting input. Input received. Hello. What did I do there? I don't know what I did. Oh, I'm just like... I don't know what I'm doing there. I love that the door's openable anyway. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So a lot of you requested we're going to go to...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And we're going to go ahead and make our way this way.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
We're going to go ahead
and
go straight this time. I know we went left last time, and we continued on. We're going to go right this time, and we'll see where we end up here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, had a lot of you request that we should go and use the phone call,
Look, Stanley,
which is
I think
up here,
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
or we should go down this direction, which I've not been there yet.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
So,
this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
We're going to go in here.
That's her, Stanley.
Now,
you need to be the one to do this.
There is 2 endings here.
Out to her. If you can truly
I know this because I played this a long time ago.
Then pick up the phone.
There is an ending where you pick up the phone, and there's also one where you unplug the power cord there. So I know that most of you wanted me to go into the phone room. We're going to go ahead and choose between them, and I don't know which one we're going to do, so we're going to flip a coin, and we'll see that. This is going to be heads, and this is going to be tails. Alexa, flip a coin.
Heads.
So we're going to go ahead and do this one then.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
427.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, really?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Hello. Press 6 on your keyboard. What if I don't want to press 6 on the keyboard? What if I just want to stay here alone? Forever. And just admire my mannequin friend. Other half. You know what I mean? Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press number 8.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Gone.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press number 1.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press Q to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press L to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press 3.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press 7 to kiss a story. No.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press L to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press E to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm going to do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Z to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay, that was ending 1. Going to move on to another ending. As I said, we're doing 2 endings per video. But yeah, we'll see what we can do next. Again, comment down below which endings you want to see next.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All the cardboard boxes are here, that's hilarious. Turn off all the monitors on the screens.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We got the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
So this time
Stanley
we're going
took
to
the
go
first
ahead
open door on
and do
his
the exact
left.
same, but we're going to go ahead and unplug the phone this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, sure you are.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
So this time we're going to go
to
ahead
let
and
her back into your
the
life.
telephone.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Liar.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, I sure is it 4:30? I should be having a back sack and crack. I don't know what that is.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
All right.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. We're not going backwards, aren't we? Can we go up here now? No.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Maybe the reality is your voice in my head. But hey. This is a bit strange, I will admit. We're heading back though. And we'll see what happens here.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm doing the right, because I can.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
How very peculiar. Go down to this door now then.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you...
Okay.
My story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
All right.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
And you're a man, so...
That story... If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
All right.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Go to the right. Because I can.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
I'm going to do it again, and again.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
We'll do it
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Will
that means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Things are different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
What if I didn't want to speak the code?
Stanley spoke the code.
Nope.
Night Shark 115.
Nope.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nope.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Admire the picture on the wall.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Oh, we're the narrator, aren't we? That's kind of cool.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need you to
end.
walk through the door.
Well, there we go.
Can you hear me?
I'll say there we go. This is one
Is
ending.
everything
We will
all right?
be doing another ending, won't we?
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
I didn't realize this ending was going to take so long, so I will... Oh, no, this is 2 endings, so we'll leave this video here. So thank you for watching. My name is Ryan, and you do want to see more
I'll accept whatever you
the Stanley
do. I simply
Parable.
need you to take that step
Make sure
forward,
to
please.
hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below which ending you want to see next.
Anything.
And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out, y'all.